Hey everybody, Scorpion here. So we're at a gentleman's house that bought the 6,000 the 9,000 mini split. He actually bought two of them, so we're going to try to install one of them today. Give you a quick kind of walkthrough of what's in the box. I did a previous kind of opening in a previous video, but this one is, we're just going to take it out, kind of show you what it's got, how it's set up coming out the box, and kind of walk you through how to put it in and put it together. So if you're interested, stick around. They made these very well and quite easy to install. Alright, so this is the living room where he's trying to put it in at. So it should be up here where we come through, and what we're looking at, this is the plan. Plans always change because you run into problems, but he's looking at running the down and out and setting the unit on this side. So that's kind of the outside plan. We may have to block it up or something on that side, but we got to make sure we leave enough space for airflow for it so it can properly work. So that's kind of the inside spot where we're looking at mounting it.
He'll send us some on the back.
Pretty much when you open the box, this is what it looks like. You're gonna have your template sitting over here with your instructions kind of on top. You got your remote and your wires hiding over on this side, and your little baggie of goodies for all the other stuff that you need to do and everything. So as you can see, it's packaged well. It's well protected. It's your drain line. So we're going to take that out. Alright, so this is the front of the unit here. This pops open. Take a screw out right here. It just gives you access to your electrical. Now the wire that comes with it is set two different ways. Or actually no, they're set the same. But there's little ends on them there. Helps if I get it in frame. So the easiest way is from the back. Hang this off of something. You know what, let me show you. So you have to close the front back up and you roll it over this way. This is the back that goes against the wall. There's a hole here for the wire to go through, and then you just run it down to the front, turn it up on its top and open the panel, and the wire will come right out where that panel box is. Sounds kind of complicated, but it's not. And then you do all your connections up there. So looking at your electrical box, you've got a clamp right here, so you've got to take this screw out. And I've got this flipped up on its side. You can do it all this way if you want, but your wire is going to kind of come through up here at the top. Put it through this clamp, and then you hook it all right here. Everything's basically numbered, so you know which one goes to which and that kind of thing. But like I said, I've got it up on its side, so you can feed it in from the back where I just showed you, and it'll come out in that box, and you just connect everything and you run that wire through with everything else. Alright, so this is all of them hooked up, and as you can see, there's a brown band here. It's got a 1 on it, which goes to 1. This blue band's got a 2 on it, tells you it goes to 2. This black band's got a 3 on it, tells you it goes to screw number 3. And that's the ground. It's got the ground symbol and all. That's the only one that's not open-ended. It's a complete circle, so you have to take the screw all the way out and put it in. And that's basically it for connecting this. So we just put the cover back on here, and yeah.
So you want to eat, I can do whatever y'all doing a lot for me. So
where's the plug?
Oh shit, I didn't hear it. Right. That would kind of suck.
So this is the plug. It comes on this side here. So you just basically grab it and pull it out. And this is if you need to move the drain. The drain comes connected on this side, basically sitting in here like this. There's a little plastic lip there that you've got to pull this end piece off of to get it to release. Maybe I can turn it so y'all can see it. There you go. And then you can pull the drain off and move it to the other side and put the plug back in on this side, and you've got everything on one side then. Alright, so we stuck the template up there, and you can kind of see the holes in the template where the drywall come back out, and put us some holes in. Now we've stepped it up to a bigger bit to be the right size for the anchors, and we're putting the anchors in
With the improper tool.
That's right. That looks safe. Alright, so we got the bracket up again. It hangs in the top up here, and it clips on the bottom down here as it sets in. We've got a bunch of screws in, put a couple extra in just to help keep it from vibrating and making a little racket and that kind of thing. If you can find studs, it's always good to put them in studs, but that's not always the case. This is the hole, and you can see the one going all the way outside, shooting at an angle to run all the lines and everything out. So we took the wire, the drain, and the refrigeration lines, we put them together, and we just basically wrapped them together with some duct tape to make it easier to go through the hole. Your bracket slides up into this part here, and then the bottom snaps into place down here. So there's two of those, and it's kind of snug. It's not a lot of playroom, so that makes it kind of hard to get it to hang, but once it's up there, and you don't have any more issues or problems out of it. But this is important to remember. If you ever need to take it back down for some reason, all you got to do is release these, pull the bottom out, and then lift it up off the hangers on the top. And again, this is where the bottom snaps in on the bracket, and that's where you hang it on the top. So you just bring it in and set it on that, and push the bottom in on the bottom. So we're going to try to fit everything through this hole here, and that kind of thing. Alright, so we're feeding that wire through first because it's the longest. There you go.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, we're ready to go up with the unit. Kind of get it in the angle it needs, and then you'll have to feed the rest through. And then you go take that pipe. As you can see, we put a couple rounds of duct tape on there just to kind of, yeah, that's what I'm trying to go up at this end. There you go. All right, get your end where it needs to go. All right. And you got to find that piece in the top and set it in there.
I can't tell if I'm in there or not.
Go grab your flashlight if you need to.
There you go.
I think it is, because it's not sliding back and forth any. Is it in it?
Yes, it is.
Okay. So as you can see, the top holds it. You know, the bottom clips mainly just make it mount to that wall there and finish setting it kind of flush.
Yeah.
We are here. And yeah, so the clips have to come down below it, if I remember correctly. No, they go over it. So you want it right there at that.
Probably just a dent in the hose is probably holding it.
There you go. There it goes. And then your inside unit is mounted, so everything else is outside work. All right, when you get outside, this is what you have. So we'll take them probably the first two rounds of duct tape back off. That last one doesn't matter too much. And your electric line's all the way down here on the ground behind the ladder. So we'll take those rounds off, and then we go to hooking the other lines to it. Alright, so kind of the way this is made, you got to run your lines through that cap first and get that connected, and just kind of let it float while you do the connections. Or you can push excess wire in so the cap's out of the way, and on some of it, and then do your connections and pull your wire back the other way if you need to. Whatever makes it the easiest for you. But this is kind of what holds the piping in place and gives you that seal Let me flip it over.
You know, I'm not a real electrician. I just did a Holiday Inn Express. I don't know if it really matters, but it's still gonna lock
Yeah,
it
it
down,
bites into the metal that way. Keeps it from backing off.
I'm not expecting a whole lot
Of course, you know,
activity, but
most y'all are gonna hire an electrician at this point, you know, and get him to check back over any connections that you did on your own. So we'll bring y'all back once we have the two pipes connected. Alright, so we kind of showed you installing this one down here. This is your main power coming in. It's a 20 amp line. This is going to be your wire going back out to the head on the inside that's hanging on the wall. So the way they set this up, you've got two different clamps, one for each wire. This block works the same as the block on the head that I kind of got you some video on, but basically it's real simple. You can look right here, there's a number 1 on this, there's a number 2 or a neutral on that, yeah, 2, and then there's a number 3 on that one. You just line it up to 1, 2, and 3. So they made it kind of we'll say dummy proof. You don't have to think too hard. Your main line coming in, you know, neutral and load, I wouldn't label something that way, but whatever, you know, it serves the purpose. Hopefully y'all can see, this is a little bit dark in there. So this is your main power all the way over right here somewhere. There we go. So that's your power coming in, and this is the 3 that go to the head, and that you're just matching the numbers like you can see. Put your grounds together over here so everything's grounded, and then the only thing left is to put the cap on and your electrical's done. So pretty simple on the electrical stuff, not nothing, you know, difficult or hard about it. Just takes a little bit of time, a little bit of patience, and the smaller your hands the better, because it's a little bit of a tight fit. Alright, so I should have you at a decent angle here. So this is your valves. I already took the top one off. You can use a little adjustable wrench or whatever. Set it on here nice and snug, counterclockwise. You take that bottom one off. And here is the valves, and you've got to screw them all the way out. All right, hold on. There we go. I don't know if you could hear that on the camera, but it released. You hear a hissing sound. So that's because it's pre-charged. That's why you don't have to call the air conditioning guy to come over here and do a bunch of stuff. So we heard that when we hooked the lines up there and all that. So everything comes not charged. These probably have negative pressure in them, and this is the charged side holding everything. And this gets a little cool when you do that. That's normal. So that was the vapor side. So now we're going to open up the liquid side again. Some more hissing. Run that valve all the way out. Now, I say test it, make sure it works. And then you're going to go back and check your connections with warm soapy water and see if it's bubbling. If it's bubbling anywhere in here, you're going to want to just put a bunch of warm soapy water on there, or cold soapy water, whichever, and make sure that you don't have any type of Freon leak after you've tested the system and you know everything's working correctly. So, both of those were counterclockwise, so this is clockwise. Get them kind of snug. This cap here has got 3 different points like this. So all you have to do is set it in the holes. Press down. It's a matter of getting it in there correctly, and then putting your screw back in. And then all of that is protected from the sun. These lines up here are protected from the sun. So the only thing left to do at this point is go inside and cut it on. So let's see what happens. Alright, so we're going to see what happens. Definitely has power.
Cool.
Bring that one down.
I'm going up and down after I hit cool. Oh, I see it's right here.
I feel airflow.
Oh, yeah. Can't hear it though, can you?
So it's running.